Hey everybody, David Yang here with Home Sellers. Today I have a guest here with us. His name is Dr. Jackson Lee. He's one of the agents here at Home Sellers, but I wanted to bring him on because he just finished one of his deals and I really wanted to talk to him about the numbers and how he got the deal. And so let's, find out more about Dr. Jackson Lee. How you doing, Jackson?
I'm good. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah,
David.
no problem, no problem. Thanks for coming on. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So by trade or by profession, I'm a chiropractor. I've been practicing since 2015, so going on 9 years now in St. Paul.
Yeah.
And since 2016, 2017-ish, or even as a young child, I've always been fascinated with real estate. And so once I got done with school, finished school, started my practice, I started to passively invest in a sense. So
Okay.
we did the house hacking,
Yeah.
and several years went by. We picked up a couple properties here and there through the regular route of 20% down,
Yep.
things like that. But I always wanted to learn more. So last year I reached out to you.
Okay. Yeah.
And we met, many years before, but
Yeah.
I was kind of more sitting on the sideline
Yeah.
kind of deal. So I reached out to you. I wanted to get my real estate license, and you were very helpful with that. We sat down, kind of strategized a little bit about the course, and for me, it worked out because it was an online thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we. Me being a father and having kids and children and working my clinic job and all my other businesses that I do, I just needed the time, in the evenings or whatnot to kind of, learn a bit more and then get my test. So yeah, in about a month, I ended up getting my real estate license, and then we went from there. So that was a year ago.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, it seems like it's been going pretty good for you then.
Yeah, it's been going
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that time, you picked up a property, right? And you're
Yes.
starting to work on it. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So last year, right when I was, getting my license, I was interested in doing like the BRRRR method. We all kind of, if you're not familiar with the BRRRR method, it's that buy, renovate, rehab. Oh no, buy, rehab. I think I'm getting the order out of place, but yeah, it's basically you're buying, you're fixing it, and then you have different exit strategies, so you can rent it out or rehab and rent. And
So for those of you that don't know what BRRRR is, it's buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
that's the BRRRR method. It's easier if you go slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what Dr. Jackson Lee is talking about. But yeah. So you found this property. How did you find the property?
So networking and through
Okay.
you.
Okay.
So I was asking, you and I was looking on the MLS and just looking off different Facebook groups and I would like shoot out some deals to you.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that one might work. And then I would go check them out. And that was after I got my license. So
Yeah.
I was able to go and check the different deals on the MLS. And so there are still deals on the MLS if you're diligent enough to look, huh? But this one was an off-market deal.
Yeah.
It was through another home seller's agent.
Okay.
You sent the deal, and I went and looked at it and figured that okay, well, the asking price of what they're asking, it needed quite a bit of repair. So
What was the asking price? If you
so
remember?
the asking price was $187.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a 6-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-bedroom upstairs, 1 bathroom, and then again 3. So it's a 3 and 3, 3-bedroom downstairs and 1 bathroom, and
It was a duplex.
it was a duplex. Yeah, it was pretty big. It was about 2,400 square feet.
And where was this duplex at?
So the duplex is in St. Paul on the east side.
Okay.
And the owners were motivated. They were
Okay.
motivated sellers. So they had a portfolio that they were shrinking down. They wanted to get out of it.
Okay.
But you could tell, like, upon looking with the property, just getting a tour around exterior and interior, it needed quite a bit of work.
Okay. And what did you end up getting the property for?
So we calculated the numbers. Obviously, you want to make sure they work for you. So I ended up, doing the CMAs and running some numbers, and our offer that we wanted to offer was $147,900.
Okay.
We thought that if we offer that at that price with the renovations and repairs, we could kind of get everything done.
And how much were you estimating the renovations were going
Yeah,
to
so I because being that I'm still kind of a newbie at this, I estimated the renovations a little bit under of what we thought it would be.
Okay.
Not a little bit, quite a bit under what we thought it would be.
How much was it?
So,
were you estimating?
Yeah, I estimated about $33,000 of renovation.
Okay.
So that would include like the siding, gutters, and also and then I left over like about $8,000 each for upstairs and downstairs renovations. So we were gonna do just like cosmetic, like carpet, floor, paint, and then appliances. But when we took over the project, we were like, we wanted it to appraise for right above of what we were thinking the comps are going to be, and so we decided to do a bit more work.
Okay. So how much did you guys? So you guys got it for 140.
147.
147. You're thinking about 35, right?
Yep, right around 35,000. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in it for almost about like one. You're thinking the project's going to be around like 180 then.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right around 180. Yeah.
180. And then what was your ARV that you're basing it off of?
Yeah, so we did as agents, we get access to tools, and so the tools on the the MLS or North Star, you can run like some quick CMAs, so or you can run CMAs. So I ran that night. I ran the CMAs. I was like, okay, I ran a conservative number.
Yeah. And then those for you that don't know what a CMA, it's a comparative market analysis. So, when we say like these acronyms like ARV, the after repair value, CMA. So we're using the comparative market analysis, the CMA, to find the ARV, the after repair value, what's going to be worth after it's all fixed up. And then what did you come up with?
Yeah, so I picked a conservative number. It was $280,000.
Okay.
So that was what we thought it would, after the repair value, what we thought it would appraise for. And after we made the repairs, we had an appraisal done, and it appraised at $315,000.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did add more work in, but it was worth it. Yeah.
So how much was your actual repair then?
So the actual repairs were about an additional, I would say 20,000. So about
50,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in it close to 200, right?
Yep, we're in it close to $200,000.
Okay.
Yes.
And then it appraised for
315,000.
315. So you had about 115,000 worth of appreciation that you forced in the
That's
pocket.
exactly right. Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good, man. How long did that project take you? The rehab.
Yeah. So the rehab. So I was as I was telling David earlier before off camera. That being it's kind of like my first quote unquote deal in a sense of this type of doing the and then the hard money lending and things like that. Well, I guess we'll get into that in a little bit too. But I figured I've done some like work in the past, right? So I'm like, yeah, I could probably work on this on the weekends at night, and so I did. On the upstairs unit.
So you did some of the work yourself.
Yeah, I did some of the work. We did the painting, some of the flooring. And then I was like, yeah, this is a little bit too much work for me.
Yeah.
So we started a hire out, which was a great idea. So we hired out on the entire bottom level unit. And then I just, at the very end, I just got the appliances. We brought them upstairs ourselves. But it ended up costing us, an additional 20,000 on top of the our initial 30,000 that we thought we would kind of go with, but after the appraisal, it worked out in our favor. So
okay. That's good. So you talked about hard money. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Like how did you finance the property?
Yes. So when we were looking at the deal, typically if I were to buy these type of duplexes now, I would have to bring to the table to a traditional lender 20% down. So 20% down of 147,000. I mean, you're looking at close to 30,000-40,000 just to down pay. So we were like, I've gone to these different seminars. I've looked around, and I wanted to leverage other people's money in a sense. So that's what we did. We talked to you and we decided to go with your company that does the hard money loans.
Yeah.
and it worked out.
Okay.
So all I needed to bring to the closing was about roughly $12,000.
Okay.
To close. So that's a lot less than the $30 to $40,000 to close on that deal. And then we had a budget obviously for holding costs and things like that, and and then and whatnot. But I kind of calculated all that in prior to purchasing the property, so I kind of had an idea of, okay, this is what we think that it will take to the time, like the couple of months that we would take to refinance, to the repairs, and so it worked out.
Okay.
At the end, it worked out for us. So
okay, and talk about the refinance for me and for our viewers here. So so like, what did you refinance it with? What was the process like?
Yeah, so when you refinance out, there's several options that I think, several exit strategies that you can pursue, right? One is a conventional refi. These typically have lower points and better rates, but you do have to qualify as a business or as a individual not to refinance out. If you don't, you can use what we call is it a DSCR loan, right?
Yeah.
So the acronym, I think you know more about it. The debt service
coverage ratio.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think this is where those type of lenders, they look at, will the property pay for that loan and have an additional like cash flow on top of it? I think they typically look at 20% on top now, so 1.2 of your cash net positive flow now. So we didn't decide to pursue that route just because the rates are a little bit higher. So let's say if we decided to do a DSCR loan, those rates would have been maybe another 1% higher than a conventional refi.
Okay.
So we decided to do the conventional refi, and we just basically went with right around 192,000 conventional refi.
Okay.
So
that was the loan amount?
Yep, that was the loan amount. So it paid off the hard money loan, and then I also got another $800 back.
Okay.
But it kept our because our goal is to cash flow now.
Yes.
So it kept our cash flow a bit higher. So gross cash flow right now per month is $900 a month.
Okay.
So we
so you guys didn't take any money out.
No.
Technically, you guys just did kind of what we call in the industry a rate and term refi.
Exactly.
So you just refinanced the old loan out without taking any cash out. So it's not a cash out refinance.
Yeah.
And you did that because you want to make sure that your cash flow every month was enough to sustain the property. Because
exactly,
if you took out a bigger loan, which you could have, and pocket that cash, but your cash flow would be a lot less because your loan amount would have been higher. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So our goal for these properties is to cash flow, and our net positive or percent that we so we calculate like how much we put to how much we cash flow per year. So our net is 21%.
Okay.
21% positive, or 21% a year now. So it'll take about 5 years for us to get all of our money back.
Okay.
And then the 25 years, we would just recoup it over time, and then obviously rents will probably go up, and
that's not
like
even including the appreciation that you're gonna get
exactly
too, as those 5 years goes on, and as values and continue to climb. So that's like an extra icing on top of the cake. So
absolutely. And then when the rates drop, our plan is to potentially refinance out more. Right, and then just kind of leverage the equity that's in there, so we can use it to fund further deals.
Okay.
So that's kind of the plan. So.
Okay. So ultimately, it sounded like the deal was a success, right?
Yeah, it was a success. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but it was a big learning experience too.
Yeah, a huge learning experience.
Okay.
Compared to what I've done in the past, but the experience, like these type of experience, you really learn how to problem solve. Yeah. So the goal is to problem solve and to just really trust obviously, any questions I have, I was able to contact you, but then just to trust, your mentors, and then not only that, but also just trust the process. But make sure, your initial math behind what you're doing, and you got to really have have different exit strategies and
Yeah.
have different ways of, understanding what you're getting yourself into in a sense. So
Okay. And you said, and how long was the entire project?
yeah, so it was about 7 months. About 7 months. Yeah,
Okay.
from the purchase all the way to the refinance to where we're at now.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 7 months to do pretty much all that.
Okay. So technically, you made about a little over $100,000 in equity in
Yeah.
about 7 months.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So that's a good deal.
Yeah. yeah. A lot of work, a lot of problem solving,
Yeah.
but it was a good deal. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And do you think, getting your real estate license and, joining home sellers and, linking up with me, do you think that helped in it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That helped. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
1000%.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it sounded like that was a great deal, and I'm hoping we can do more deals like that.
Yes.
But I think people should not think that I'm gonna be honest here is real estate is not easy.
No.
Okay? It's not easy. And then you hear these success stories, but you don't see the hard time and labor and hours and all the bad stuff that happened. I think somebody even broke in or stole some of your stuff.
Yes. So while we were doing the renovations, I had my trailer parked at the cement driveway in the back now.
Yeah.
And it's to like haul trash out.
Yeah.
So one weekend, my dad was there and he's like, "Son, where's your trailer?" I'm like, "I was there yesterday." And so yeah, somebody, their vandalism happened, or we lost the trailer. But at the end of the day, you just got to move forward,
Yeah.
and take the losses, but just don't dwell on it. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So that week we just bought another trailer, and we're like, okay, it is what it is. Hopefully that trailer will serve the person well. I prayed for them.
Yep.
I wished them well,
Yep.
and that was it. I just moved
Yeah.
forward. So I don't dwell on those things. So.
Doing this kind of work, you do have some ups and you have some downs like that. But it's rewarding in the end. If you really like it, then it's a great career path to get into. Helps you build wealth. Helps you transfer wealth. So if you're into real estate, if you are thinking about you have questions or anything like that, always feel free to reach out to me or reach out to Dr. Jackson Lee. How can people get in touch with you?
You could just call me or email.
What's your phone number?
So my phone number is 651. I'll give you guys my cell phone. So 651-900-3562. If you have questions more about this deal, let me know. I'd be happy to share my numbers and get into the details of what we did. And then you can reach out to my email at Chiro, so CHIRO, and then jacksonlee@gmail.com.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, David.
Yeah, all right.
Anytime, man.
Yep.